Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dota Yoshi, bringing to you another Dota 2 presentation. Today, we'll be watching a match on the Cybergamer Ladder between Hawkeye against Dynasty. Hawkeye are currently sitting 87th on the Cybergamer Ladder, and they'll be challenging Dynasty for their 49th position. So far, we have Dynasty picking up that lifestealer, got the Nyx Assassin, and that Magnus currently banned. Over on Hawkeye, we have the Nature's Prophet pickup, we got the ban of the Phantom Lancer and the Bat Rider, and they finally also picked up the Clockwork. So far, we got what looks to be a global presence split push lineup coming up by Hawkeye. They've got the Nature's Prophet. Clockwork will be run most likely in that off lane, unless they want to put him in the tri lane. Down for Dynasty, they have that lifesteal, very, very solid carry, especially with that rage at the start of the game. You won't be seeing him die anytime soon unless a very good, well executed gank comes off by Hawkeye. They've picked up the Shadow Demon. Him being able to disrupt the Luna will allow them to siege towers, siege up the hill. Just those glaives and the extra damage from those disrupted Luna clones will really help. And quite potential. We're looking at Dynasty possibly picking up Alina to go with that lineup, as you usually always see a Shadow Demon, Alina, Gyro, or a Lishrak, because you can time that stun up beautifully with the disruption, and having the Soul Catcher on board with that is such a very, very big burst. And we see Dynasty baiting out that Coddle. They want to try and minimize the amount of split push, or even holding off the push that Dynasty can do, or possibly want to do. And then we see a ban come out from the Lishrak, from Hawkeye on the Lishrak, I should say. They're banning out one of the stunners that goes very strong with Shadow Demon. We might look to see a Lina banned from one of their last two bans. We got a Faceless Void being banned off by Dynasty, because if you look at Hawkeye, they'll be looking to pick up their carry, and possibly in a second, or I should say their fifth position. They'll be looking to pick up a support and their carry. We'll see Gyrocopter banned off, another very good carry that's been taken out of the pool. However, there's still quite a few heroes left in the pool that you might be able to see Hawkeye pick up. There's still a Lone Druid, which would go well against the presence that they have with the Nature's Prophet pushing one lane, Lone Druid pushing another. They've got very good split pushing lineup if they want to go down the Lone Druid route. And we see Warlock banned off finally from Hawkeye. On Hawkeye, the carry that they're looking for will possibly... They still need a mid hero, so their carry will most likely be ran in the mid lane. Nature's Prophet can carry, but I would classify it as a semi-carry, so they still want their main carry and a mid position hero. We see the Corp being picked up by Dynasty. Great synergy with the Lifestealer. You have the Lifestealer jump in her, she will just fly into battle, her burst comes out from a sonic wave, her scream of pain, the infest comes out, and usually that's enough damage to burst someone down within one or two shots, and then either the Lifestealer or the Queen of Pain will pick that person up and spank them, to put it lightly. And now back to Hawkeye. They'll be looking to pick up their final... They'll be picking up their carry on this pick. If they don't, I'd be a little surprised, because they do need that carry position. Or they might only go for one support lineup. Puck is still in the pool. Puck is very, very good against this Queen of Pain. If you watch the 1v1 solo mid, I think it was a Fistful of Tankers back hosted by Beyond the Summit. Puck, most of the time, beat out against the Queen of Pain if you could play the Puck right. If you put the same of equal skilled players on the Puck and the Queen of Pain, the Puck usually won out. So if we do see a Puck pick up, we'll see how well the Puck will be against the Queen of Pain, but that's just theoretical here. If the Puck does get picked up, could also see a Storm Spirit if they wanted to go the Storm Spirit route. Storm Spirit can be a good carry and is a good middle hero. Might even see a TA being picked out of the pool by Hawkeye. But they're really contemplating which hero do they want to run in their mid lane and have as their carry. What carry is good up against this current lineup of Dynasty, which is a very strong lineup so far, and they'll be picking up their final hero. Lina has been banned, so They might be picking up the Jakiro. Jakiro will synergize well with that Shadow Demon, and that Ice Wall, or Ice Path, not Ice Wall, is ridiculously great. We'll see Darkseer being picked up. Very unconventional build, unconventional hero. We don't have any true 5 support unless Bane's going to completely go sacrifice out and do that 5 position support hero. We'll have Darkseer running in the off lane. Clockwork may want to try lane, or they might put the Clockwork in the off lane and have Darkseer running in that try lane. Or it might even, if we really want to go into it, see a 2-1-2 lane up with Nature's Prophet in the jungle, so 1-1-2. However, we'll see what they move into a bit later on when we get into the game. Back down on Dynasty, they're trying to pick up their final support hero. We'll most likely be seeing a Jakiro pulled out. Possibly... No, I'm going to go with Jakiro as my ban. My hero of choice in this situation, because Jakiro with his Ice Wall will synergize well with the Shadow Demon and his Disruption. They do, however, still need an off lane. So, actually now that I look at it, we've got Shadow Demon and Lifesteal, or Shadow Demon and Luna. They do need that third person, but I can't see either one of them running the off lane. We'll see how they go. If they do run the off lane, have the Luna will probably be better in that off lane, as she does have that little range. But depending if she's up against a solo from Hawkeye, she'll be able to do fine. If she's up against that tri lane of Hawkeye, she'll be in a lot of world of hurt. A lot of trouble, a lot of hurt. That's what I was trying to get out there, but I kind of got trying to throw too many things out there at once. So we do see the Shadow Shaman coming up. Those wards will be quite effective. Be good to help push some of those towers down and give a little bit of security to an area. However, with this lineup, I can't see Shadow Shaman working too well, except other than Disruption, throw the ward trap down onto the disrupted unit. But there could have been better combinations with that Shadow Demon. However, it's still a very good lineup by Dynasty. And over on Hawkeye, we get the Silencer picked up as that final hero. And we'll see the lineups coming out very shortly. Silencer is a fairly decent pickup, depending on the farm. Silencer's a farm-based hero. His global silence is fantastic, but it's once every 2.5 minutes. Yeah, 2.5 minutes. Wait, no. 250 is so much longer than that. It's 3 minutes. That's 4.5 minutes. 4 minutes. My math is terrible. 4 minutes 10 seconds. Wow. Anyway, as we look at the lineups, we have the captain playing on that Lifestealer, Puma on the support. Shadow Demon and Shadow Shaman will be X-Mode X and Big Steve. In mid lane for Dynasty, we have Toplin being Toplin. You can choose what name you want to use. I'll say Toplin, if I can remember it. Anyway, Toplin will be playing on the Queen of Pain in the middle, up against Nature's Prophet, who will be running mid for the Radiant, or the Dire, for Hawkeye. And on that off lane, we'll have Infinity playing on this laner. Hopefully, she won't get too... She will be going up against Bane, Silencer, and possibly this Darkseer, so she will have a very harsh time. Just going to be trying to look up, pick some creep kills. If some stacking goes out right by the Darkseer, if he doesn't end up rotating the jungle. So if Bane gets some good stacks off, being able to consistently pull it into the lane. If it's not double stacked, pull it down to here. Lena's going to be in trouble. She's going to be very, very starved of XP and gold, and they may need to look at seeing her rotate her out. And for Hawkeye, we have on their captain, we have Nature's Prophet, I'm Robs. On their Darkseer, they have F Zamon, who's now fighting down the bottom. Queen of Pain picks up the double. She's going to chase away the Darkseer. Try and get as many hits in as possible. Make him eat some of those tangos. We have Clockwork being played by Konako. We have on the Silencer, their prime carry for this match will be Chikan. And finally, the support Bane will be played by Hayek. Sorry about all the name pronunciations tonight, guys. If you know me, I'm not fantastic with names. I forget them, and I can't pronounce them. It's just one of those horrible things I am unfortunately have to carry around for the rest of my life. Anyway, down the bottom lane we have disruption going off. We got Cogs coming out. Shadow Shaman can't get that shack off. He does get the shack off, but they're going to cancel it. He's going to run around in circles. He's running the wrong way. This isn't going to be too well. The open wounds comes out. Shackle's going to be up in 7 seconds. Shadow Demon's falling fast. He's not paying attention to the creeps. Creeps almost get him. Can Clockwork get one hit off? He gets the Cogs and the creeps finish him off. So Clockwork does pick up the first blood on the Shadow Demon as Clockwork fell to the creeps. So the first blood does not go off. Good work by the Clockwork. Shadow Demon was not watching what he was doing. He was being brutally molested by those creeps. These hero creeps right here did about 450 damage to the Shadow Demon. Cogs finish him off, and he falls. So Clockwork's going to be happy to take that trade. He's just going to run back down the lane. He hasn't got any wards up yet. He's not going to be able to stop this pull. We see somehow the creep's been wiped out on this lane. Oh, that's strange. Only one set of creeps and they wiped out a creep wave with that. Good work, Shadow Demon. Shadow Shaman. Ugh. I'm not going to have fun with these two. They're going to get me confused the entire game. Anyway, back at top lane, we have the Luna being able to get some farm up. We do see a nice pull by Bane. Should be looking to get this last hit, and hopefully see pull this camp. There we go. Pulling that camp. Not going to get it in time though. She's late, and then she missed a hit onto that creep. So we're going to see a double wave go towards Luna. Luna's going to be quite happy. Not going to be too much pressure on it. The Silencer and Bane lane is not a killing combination. I mean, they can throw out some damage. Silencer will be a pain with those glaives, but they're not going to be able to kill her. We might see a Nightmare come out and they might get in position to continue chasing, but it's not going to happen. Luna's picked up those boots. She's got a very, very high base movement speed, about 315, I think it is, plus 50. She's got 330. That's pretty high movement speed, so she can just easily run away. Back down at bottom lane, we heard a ping. There's a ward being placed on the ground. So Clockwork does know to be cautious. We might see a counter will come out as they should know something's up if he's been that defensive. Might see a Shadow Demon throw the counter ward down, get rid of that vision. Shadow Shaman rotating back, might get the pull off. He might be a bit late. No, he's going to have the pull. He might grab one or two of them, which is probably usually preferable. No, he was late. That's unfortunate for the Shadow Demon. Clockwork's just going to keep getting some more and more farm. He's going to be able to pick up those levels and feel reasonably safe about it because Shadow Demon, his disruption's not too far, so Shadow Demon needs to come in within about there. And since they do have a ward there, he can easily just stick around this area and he'll be fine. Back in mid lane, if we do check out the kills between Corp and the Nature's Prophet, Nature's Prophet sitting on 10, Corp's on the 9, throwing out that scream to get a few of those last hits. Nature's Prophet will be denied. So, in mid lane, we've got a pretty even contest going on. Queen of Pain will be rotating bottom to pick up this invisibility. Up at top lane, we have a Nightmare going off, a Brain Sap, a few extra hits. We'll finish off this Luna. So, speaking of not possibly being a killing lane, it is if you position right and if Luna gets too far out. Luna was sitting up here. They did start attacking. Nightmare came out. Then they repositioned himself on this ramp here and just waited for the Luna to come back again. Because Luna wants to get to that tower. Even if she tried to get away, she could have possibly got away. Creeps would have found her, but Luna was gone. Luna's got to be careful about that overextension, so now she's going to miss out on 4 creeps and a catapult, which could have put her up to level 5, get her very close to getting that eclipse. Once she gets that eclipse, these two have to be very careful about roaming to gank her. I'd like to see down in bottom lane here, since these creeps are pushed up quite a lot, and by the looks of it, a stack didn't go off properly, I'd like to see Shadow Shaman and the Shadow Demon smoke up, try and rotate to pick off this Nature's Prophet. Rotate before he gets his Hand of Midas up, which is going to be in about another 400 gold. He'll have his Hand of Midas up, and his farm will start to pick up. If we look at the net worth, we do have Lifestealer sitting on top, so he's having fun down the bottom here. He's got 21 last hits. He's got an assist to his name, so his farm's not going too well. We see a disruption coming out. We'll see a shackle very shortly. Cogs come out and they're all trapped in there. He's fallen. That's an unfortunate Cogs, but you can't expect too much else. So now they're going to be trying to get this tower a bit. These creeps are going to come in. Not before Lifesteal gets a few attacks. Hey, click those creeps. Hey, click those creeps. Fine, take a few extra hits. Anyway, they're going to push in a bit. Clockwork's going to miss out on a few, and he's got to take a fall for all of that. Up at top, Luna's just been nightmared. Silencer's not going to be able to get there in time. Luna's just going to be able to walk away. Nature's Prophet does TP in, and they're stuck inside with the Sprout. Luna's going to fall. Overextension. Nature's Prophet with a great TP to come in with the Sprout on level 2. He's not going for any trance because he's not presumed to be pushing anytime soon. He wants to come in for the help and roaming. Nature's Prophet's Wrath of Nature almost hit this Shadow Demon. If it did hit it, Ward Vision's about there. Screwed the tree. So, if it did hit Shadow Demon, he would have suspected something's up and got rid of that ward. So, that's very lucky of the Wrath of Nature anyway. And he's got his Hand of Midas coming out to him. Queen of Pain, Sonic Waves, doesn't have any mana left, so she can't do anything else. So that was a waste of the Sonic Wave there. He was hoping to have more mana, but must have underestimated how much he had on him. We have Shadow Demon wanting to double pull this, but oh no, he's stacking it, never mind. And Shadow Demon might ruin it. Nah, Shadow Demon's not going to ruin it. Shadow Shaman. Wow. Once again, I apologize for getting these two names mixed up. They're the worst in my opinion. I always switch between their names a lot. And we have a gank attempt up on top. Corp's going to be running out in the shadow of the darkness. Creeps are on the tower. We got Eclipse is not up yet. This is not going to be going out well. We've got the Nightmare coming out. Silence out onto the Queen of Pain. Silencer doesn't have enough to do the global ult. Doesn't need it. Queen of Pain will fall. Shadow Demon comes in late. It's not able to help out. So that was a free kill on the Queen of Pain. Great Fiend script coming out by the band. Back down in bottom lane. Clockwork. It's going to be able to hit level 5. 5.5 of these creeps. Lifesteal doing a very good job. Sitting on level 7. He's got his gloves of haste up. It could go into the minus and it'll still be a great timing, being within the 9-minute mark that you're after. And we see Shadow Shaman fall. What did Shadow Shaman fall? There. Wow, he was actually on screen and I missed him. Anyway, we could see the minus being picked up by the Lifesteal. It's still within that 9-minute time zone which you want to get it in. If it starts to go past the 9-minute, you have to wonder how late the game's going to go. If it's going to go past the 40-50 minute mark, sure, the minus will start to pay off, but if the game, it doesn't really start to pay for itself until after that 30-35 minute mark. Compared to other items which you can pick up, which can help you either increase your farm and increase the damage output from your hero. So hopefully, yep, he does pick up that minus, so he did end up going for the end. He rages up. Yeah, Silence comes out. They're gonna pick off this band. It's open wounds. Yeah, it's open wounds. I can't believe I forgot that. Sprout comes out by the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet's gonna run away. Silence is throwing 3 of those glaives out on the Luna. Luna's got the Eclipse up, so if they do catch him on the tower, he will die. We've got a TP spot coming in by the Clockwork. He's got a hookshot up. He's a level 6, waiting to hookshot in. Vision, neither of them can see each other yet. They're still waiting, they're trying to bait each other. Shadow Demon comes flying in, they're going to spot him out. We'll see a Cogs out, Disruption comes in. Queen of Pain's got the Sonic Wave up, ready to Sonic Wave. Hookshot comes out, we've got a... Oh, the mana burn from those Cogs is not going to be allowed Queen of Pain to do anything. Queen of Pain's just going to stand there and auto attack and maybe even give away a kill. We see Silencer falling, we see it, one more shot, there we go. Clockwork does fall, we've got Silencer buying back, he doesn't have his ult up. But we have a Lifesteal being nightmared. Luna is currently Fiend gripped, and there's nothing no one can do about it. Lifesteal jumps inside, waiting for Quap to blink away. Quap blinks. Shadow Demon's gonna get out of there. So all in all, they got a Silencer and the Clockwork, forced the buyback from the Silencer for the Luna, so it's not too bad of a trade. Got a little bit of damage on the top tower as well. If we look at the gold difference, only 1,000. And just over 1,000 in XP, so the game's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere so far. We have the Lifesteal. His farm will start to pick up because of that minus he's picked up. 3,300 gold. And he's got to farm up mid lane a bit. Don't think Nature's Prophet's got anywhere near enough damage to pick off this Lifesteal. Up at top lane, got a Silence coming out onto the Luna. Luna's just going to tranquil boots that up. Wait, nothing really happened. She does pick up the Bracer as she's afraid she can't get a very high or a very good item at the start of the game. She does need that extra health pool, as she has been picked off 3 times. That's pretty big, especially against the offlane Luna, which all she needed was just XP, but she was trying to push her luck multiple times, so she did get picked off. And I think the 3rd time was on that tower, on the tower. Anyway, looking back, Darkseer's almost got his mech up. He's got another 400 gold go. He's got his mech. That will really help. He should have about a 13-minute mech. And then you'll see them start grouping up, trying to push some towers down. Nature's Prophet can't split push. It's what you'd love to see in a Prophet, is those treants to be able to split push. Get him going. Start getting some towers down. Start getting some gold income coming into Hawkeye. We see Hookshot come flying out. Cog's out. Shadow Shaman's dead. Shadow Shaman's gone. We've got a TP spot coming in by the last little bit. Those cogs. Level 4 cogs. Level 3 cogs. So, Lifesteal's going to come down, get some farm down here. Got a few creeps to be able to pick up. Silence. Global Silence up in top lane. Nightmare's out onto the Luna. Luna doesn't have her Eclipse up yet. She throws out the Luna. Lucent Beam. Lucent Beam will be enough to help take down that Silencer. Bane is about ready to Fiend's Grip someone. He Fiend's Grip the Quap Blink away. That's unfortunate. That's even probably out of the range of what he should be able to do. Yeah, that is. He was standing there, Quap was there, and the range there. So, that was... Then we just found a bug there. If she blinks while Fiend's Grip's being casted, she'll still be gripped, especially still in that fog. Or, not in that fog. So that's unfortunate for the Quap. She should have got away then. There was no Wrath of Nature up at the time. Bane TP's bottom to try and stop this tower push. Lifesteal's taking a few hits from this tower. He's currently up in power treads. Gets hit by the brain sap. But it's not gonna be enough to take him off. He's just gonna munch up on some tangos, minus up, and probably rotate to the jungle to pick up some of that. Few of these creeps that are currently low health, or maybe a double stack. I'd like to see Shadow Shaman. You've got time. Double stack, triple stack. Nah, he's not gonna do it. See Corp rotating bottom to pick up this haste rune. Not going to see him pass his bottle over to give up some health. We got Shadow Demon being beat up by some centaurs for some reason, running through the little gap. He's going to be running around. He's got to be very careful. 1 brain sap can almost kill him. Let's see, brain sap. 300 damage. 1 brain sap can kill the Shadow Demon with an auto attack. So Shadow Demon needs to be extremely careful right now. We have a Nature's Prophet TP in somewhere, or was planning to TP down bottom. And we got a 4-man group up by Dynasty down in bottom lane. I think Darkseer should have his mech. Yep, Darkseer's got his mech up and running. He's also in the mid. He's gonna... Middle tower has fallen. I think I missed the middle tower falling at some stage. That there. We see a blinking coming in by the Quap. Great disruption. And it's not going to be able to chant in time. Shackle comes out. Quap is going to fall. Wrath of Nature comes flying through. Will finish off the 2 supports of Dynasty. Now, Lifesteal is trapped. He's going to fall as well. Great. That was an overextension by Dynasty. They shouldn't have came this close. They had no idea where Nature's Prophet's on top lane. He's Wrath of Nature and can TP in at any time. They saw the Bane and Silencer down bottom lane, and there was only 4 of them. So they should not have dived. It was way too risky. And as you saw there, 4 of them got picked off. And so it's not going to look too good now for Dynasty, as the gold graph and the XP graph starts to dip quite heavily in the favour of Hawkeye. Middle lane we got Darkseer. Need to see him to start. He doesn't need to group up, I should say. He's doing fine. The rest of his team don't need him. He can just walk around. Sees mud golems. Says nope. No one likes those deviously ugly magic immune beasts. Nature's Prophet minuses a crit. He's going towards his Shadow Blade. He's got his Shadow Amulet up and running. He needs a bit more gold, and then he's got his Shadow Blade up and running. When you see that going, he's going to be a real pain to work with. He's going to have to force these supports of Dynasty to start picking up some more Revelation, some Dust, make him even more gold starved. Especially since the Shadow Shaman keeps being picked off. 0 for 3, 2 assists. Shadow Demon, 1 for 2 with 2 assists. So he's doing a bit better. Wrath of Nature, chunking that Shadow Demon down. He had no idea what happened then. Running around in circles until he found that tree. And Queen of Pain does pick up the kill on the Nature's Prophet with a help from Luna and her Lucent Beam. So that was a nice pickup up top there. The Sonic Wave was used. Down in bottom we see 3 rotating somewhere. Planning to go top maybe. Clip's gonna pick up this double damage. Hookshot's gonna land onto the Darkseid and then the Illusion will spawn directly after. I'd like to see... There's some wards out so far. I mean, Hawkeye's about to lose their only ward. We see this ward up here. The defensive Dynasty wards will be up for a while. But there's no vision on top rune. A lot of movement going around with the rotation from Hawkeye. And Dynasty won't be seeing that coming. Until now, they just revealed all themselves, so never mind about that. We've got Nature's Prophet TPing in the trees behind him. He's going to spread up and start trying to kill down Shadow Shaman. He's revealed himself. We've got TP support coming in from the Darkseid. Darkseid's going to try and throw down, vacuum them all in. He gets 3 of them. It's going to take a lot of damage. Shadow Shaman's going to run back into those wards. Wards are going to start doing some damage. Wrath of Nature comes flying through and kills off the Shadow Shaman. Feature comes out into the Lifesteal. Lifesteal's not in that range, so he's going to take a lot of damage. Can he get his Fest off? He's going to get Cogs back. He's not going to be able to get them Fest off. Shadow Demon will fall very shortly to the Rocket Barrage and the Rocket of the Clockwork. So that was a great counter initiation coming by Hawkeye. Great TP support. Great. I wasn't expecting the Nature's Prophet to do too well there. Thought these guys were all going to turn around and kill him, but we had the Darkseid and Clockwork in the right place at the right time. So now we see bottom tower is going to fall, even with this glyph. The bottom tower will fall. That will be more gold and map awareness. No. Positional awareness. No. Positional something. It's not coming to mind. Hopefully someone can tell me. Positional awareness. No. Anyway, they'll have more map to work with. I'm sorry. I can't really think of the name right now. The name's eluding me of what I want to say. More space on the map to work with. It's going to be the simplistic option I'll have to go with. We see the Clockwork picking up the Vanguard actually, so he's going to be more tanky, if he wasn't already tanky enough. We see Eclipse coming out, this wave, and one last attack will finish off the Silencer. Nature's Prophet coming in, he's got a Shadow Blade up. Eclipse is not going to hit anyone. They was not expecting him with that Shadow Blade. So the Eclipse was popped. Not going to be too happy about that. Tower might not fall, not with the Wrath of Nature and the TP spot coming with Clockwork. He's got his hook. He's not going to hook. We got Shadow Shaman invisibility. Got those wards ready. So, but it's not going to be an initiation. And a Shadow Demon coming out of the forest from out of nowhere. Look at the last. Actually, let's keep an eye on this net worth. Net worth, we have Nature's Prophet rolling in the money. Now pick up this creep, jump back out, and then minus the big creep that spawns. Any second now. If this Darkseid... No, they're not going to initiate this Darkseid. It's way too risky. And we've got TP support coming in from the silence up at top lane. We hear the Nature's Prophet use his Shadow Blade. He's searching for a kill, hoping for someone to sit behind. He's not going to be able to find it. Ward goes down. Very aggressive ward. I really like this ward. They're going to be able to keep an eye on this top lane. We have 2 TPs going down bottom. We also have some more aggressive wards going on by Hawkeye. Being able to keep an eye on this jungle. They should be able to see this. Can they see him? Well, they can now. They can see this Lifesteal walking around. So, Bane's thinking about it. He's got that Fiend script up. He's got level 2 of it. He's not going to go in there. So, he's going to back. We see, look at over at Silence. He's almost got that 4 stuff picked up. Got about 350 gold to go. Actually, 150 gold to go. He needs 250 to pick up that Ring of Health. In mid lane, Luna's got enough to throw out a Lucent Beam. Her Eclipse is currently down. They shouldn't be looking to take a fight here. Lifesteal runs up and does a very questionable Midas. Would have been safer and more worth it if he went down to pick up an Ogre. And it was being close to being caught out, especially last team. They see the Clop down bottom. We see a hookshot coming in. The Rocket Barrage, Cogs. Fiend Grip's not going to be able to get on time, and Clop will get out of there. So the hookshot will be down for another 60 seconds. Rotating through the jungle, trying to find anything they can. They've got vision down here, so they should know. No one's currently down here at this present time. Luna's farm's not going too bad. She's going for the BKB. She'll have her BKB picked up in 400 gold. Once she has that BKB up, she should be able to feel a bit safer. She'll be able to pop the BKB to get out of this global silence of the silencer. And that's probably all be really useful. I mean, I guess you won't get vacuumed or hurt by the iron shell. Or a bit of damage the clockwork does. Or the wrath of nature. But the fiend's grip, it will go through that BKB. It'll give her a little bit of false sense of security. I would have liked her to pick up some more damage kind of items. Maybe even pick up that Yasha and then move into the Manta would quite help her out a lot. But BKB will help, not as much as I still think she needed a damage item of some sort. Maybe even turn that bracer into a drums to pick up a little bit more health and the speed, and then go into the Yasha. But we'll see how her BKB plays out in the next team fight. Darkseid's got his arcane boots up and running. He's played them up for a while. The net worth, we still have this Nature's Prophet just mowing out and rolling the money. They're going for the Roshan. He's got a few sprouts up. Should be able to easily take this Roshan. For a little bit anyway. And we might see a smoke up coming from... Nope, Dynasty don't have any smoke on them, so they're not going to smoke up. Hawkeye will see him when they come around here. They probably presume something's up in Roshan because everyone's missing off the maps, but they're getting all the lanes are pushed. We see a Wrath of Nature come through. They know a ward's up here now. And Roshan does fall. The disruption goes out onto the Bane. Hookshot comes fine in. Eclipse is popped. The Mana Burn still goes through that BKB. He gets burned really heavily. I've lost all sound for some reason. Sound's coming back. Life Silence is going to fall. But the Aegis will be popped. Those wards doing a lot of damage. Clockwork will fall. Shadow Demon. Darkseid pops the mech off quite late. Lifesteal is not going to be able to armlet toggle in time to stay alive. So it's a 4-for-2 trade. The Aegis was popped. I think the Nature's Prophet die? Nature's Prophet didn't die, he just TP'd home. And now he's going to be pushing this top lane out. Top lane in. So it was a really great fight. Great Roshan attempt as well by Hawkeye. Being able to pick up that Roshan and have that vision to see him incoming. Unfortunately, Dynasty just couldn't do too much damage fast enough to him. Whether that be because they didn't properly target down one member, they did have the disruption out of ban. But the managed damage dealer, the Nature's Prophet, and even the wall. The wall was great wall and vacuum by the Darkseid. And we see a triple stack up by Dynasty. Be wanting to farm that up soon. Hopefully before... Even when they do, there's going to be a ward here. And we'll probably see a contest jungle there. But until that moment, we'll just watch as everything unfolds. Clockwork's still going to be able to get that invisibility. Queen of Pain's going to be able to pick that up. She'll rotate mid. Unfortunately, she's not going to be... She hasn't had the presence this map as you'd like in the Queen of Pain. Her first few early deaths were... questionable? I mean, up here, she jumped in there. They overextended. There was 2 against great TP support. And Corp's just slowly not been able to have that farm since. Nature's Prophet does pick off the Shadow Demon solo. That... Nothing a Shadow Demon can do against Nature's Prophet. Luna was way too far back to help. Probably coming back in from the fountain. She's used her BKB in the last fight. It was useful, except against those cogs. Those cogs are superior and do a lot of damage and mana burn. And we see Lifesteal manning up against this Bane. Bane's going to probably throws out the Enfeeble. And now Lifesteal is not going to be able to do anything. We hear Nature's Prophet TPing in. Hookshot coming in. Disruption. And now we're going to see the Shadow Demon fall for his insolence. Nah. Lifestealer pushed his luck. He went for the Bane. They even saw the rotation coming in. And then TP support. And he still stayed there fighting. It was not a good call by the Lifestealer to stick around and try and fight that out. He should have raged up and tried to walk out of there. Or even raged up and TP'd if he had a TP on him. He did have a TP. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. And now we'll see the bottom tower fall, as there's currently no Dynasty members down here to try and keep it off. And their lineup doesn't really allow for counter pushing, or even just holding the lane. We look at the gold earned, it's going to drop down to about 8,500 in favour of Hawkeye. XP 12,000. It's not looking too good for Dynasty at the moment. Queen of Pain's got that perseverance up, which is unusual. Unless he shouldn't be going for a Linking Sphere. Is there something else you can use? Wads? No. I don't like this build by Queen of Pain. She got rid of her ultimate orb to pick up a perseverance. I don't like that at all. She needs to pick up a silence, or she needs to pick up her Cypher Vice. Picking up a perseverance and working towards a Linking Sphere is not too helpful. We hear the global silence come out while the Fiend scripts on to the lifesteal. He will be vacuumed out. Can he get that infest off? He's going to fall anyway. The wards come flying out. The Shadow Demon will fall afterwards. And now he's going to farm up about 100 to 200 gold of those wards. And we hear the well played come out by the lifestealer. So it's very, very well played by Hawkeye, keeping as much pressure as possible, especially against this Luna. Luna was kept down in the laning phase, killed 2 people. Bane's not too happy about that call coming out too early, but Dynasty, they don't want to keep getting demoralized. They've been pushed down quite a few pegs. They're quite far behind. Oh, okay. I guess that was just a well played and not actually a GG. I see. But it's pretty much GG. Well, anyway, they're still going to fight it out though. And that's what we want to see. We want to see him fight to the very end.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I see a fake back coming out by Nature's Prophet. He's got his Cypher Vice up and running. So if he meets anyone one-on-one, they're dead. It's that simple. No one's going to be able to get out of that. It's TP coming in by the lifestealer. We might see a turnaround onto this lifestealer. He's going to open wounds. And we're just going to see a Shadow Blade. And we see the rotation coming in by Hawkeye and lifestealer. Whoops. Sorry. Lifestealer turns around, but he's going to turn back around. Doing a double take. He infests up into a creep. And they're looking for that creep. They're not going to find it. He's going to survive. He's got to get out of there. He's going to be lucky. And they're not going to... Yeah, they're not going to be able to find him. That's a lucky infest. Bane picks off the Shadow Demon who was standing out in position, wanting to be eaten. Bane sitting pretty. We're looking forward to picking up her 4-star very shortly. Dark's just got his mech up and running. On the Silencer, he's got a Mystic Staff, so Silencer will be looking for his Cypher Vice. It's just, they've got a massive item advantage. They've got a team fight advantage at the moment. That Silencer is really disrupting the Queen of Pain. And even the rest of Dynasty. As Shadow Demon can't pull out any disruptions, he's bait at the moment. He's not been able to do too much. He hasn't been getting the disruptions off Luna. His disruptions have been on other members, and those usually don't do too much damage by themselves. So, and unfortunately the Shadow Shaman doesn't synergize well with the Shadow Demon. We have the Nightmare coming out, Hookshot coming in, Rocket Barrage, we have the Enfeeble, and Luna. I said Luna. Everyone, don't think otherwise. I said Luna. Luna falls. Queen of Pain throws out her Sonic Wave, doing next to no damage. Gets smacked straight back up. Pop is piped. See the wards come flying down. Shadow Shaman will fall. Queen of Pain will fall. The Rex will fall. Glyph is popped. I don't think it was worth it because they're not going to be able to spawn in time. It'd probably be better to save the Glyph for when they rotate to either towers, but they're going to get these racks. And Nature's Prophet being able to get so much money. He's got his Desolator up and running. Hidden for that very, very hard hitting negative armor. Fiend's Grip comes out to the lifesteal. Lifesteal, you're in trouble. Disruption comes out onto the Shadow Fiend, so it's a good disruption. However, he's got to fall for that disruption. Still dies in the end inside those cogs. So now it's just these guys are farming them up. GG, well played to pull it out. Eclipse is coming out. We'll pick off the silencer, but he's gonna run in here. They're gonna turn around and they're gonna kill the Luna. Oh, she picks off a second one. Gonna be happy about picking up that second one. Buyback by the Nature's Prophet. See a TP in. Gonna hit this Shadow Shaman from behind. Nightmare comes out. Queen of Pain's gonna blink aggressively and will fall to the Nature's Prophet. Brain Sap comes out. Final last hit. Finishes off the Shadow Shaman. Bane, rightfully so, takes off the Nightmare off the Nature's Prophet so he can get that final auto attack in. So this game went pretty well for Hawkeye, even though they had a pretty awkward lineup, if I must say. Nature's Prophet running in that mid lane, having the Darkseer, Silencer, and the Bane running in the same lane with the Clock in the off lane. However, having that Luna in that off lane, suicide lane, is not what you want. She's not going to be able to get her farm, she's not going to be able to get her money, and she's going to fall behind. As we saw in this game, she just wasn't as effective as she could be, even though she was level 18. If we have a look at the hero levels, she was second highest level in the game, but she was kept down a lot. She gave away too many kills early on. She's currently sitting on 3 for 6. She gave away about 3-4 kills in that laning phase, and she just fell behind. She couldn't catch back up. But not to take anything away from Hawkeye, they played a very good game. They knew when to put the pressure on, when to group up. They took towers, and they always had fantastic TP support. If anyone started to get dived on upon the tower, they were in there. They were able to turn around every fight. So, fantastic play by Hawkeye. Hawkeye will take the 49th position of Dynasty and move up on the Cybergamer Ladder. And now we just see Queen of Pain being too short there. That's a bit harsh. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for watching another Dota Yoshi presentation, and have a fantastic one.